Today's first Basketball Africa League encounter is laced with seismic activity. As you can see on your screens there, the unbeaten and already qualified powerhouse from Angola, Petro Luanda, face the mighty Egyptians of Ahly, and what is being billed as the clash of the Nile Conference titans. Ahly have qualified for Kigali too with victory already. They've got 3. And before they play their final 2 games today and tomorrow, they play Slack on Saturday, of course. Petro eager to finish on 5 wins from 5, so home court advantage for Ahly could swing things in their favour. And Petro Luanda, for the 5th successive time, they field the same starting 5.
That backcourt combination of Dundao and Morais have combined for 24 points and 7 rebounds. Pedro will shore up the center position. Gonçalves and Gaku filling out the back front court for this very, very impressive Angolan outfit.
Now let's take a look at Ahly. And this is the starting 5 for Ahly with 1 change cue.
Yeah, and in comes Ihab Amin into the starting 5. Omar Arabi shoring up the center position. Zaran has been great. He's an electricity lever, he's a spark plug. Omar leads the way in terms of scoring, and we are starting to see the value of that man in the point guard position, Michael Juice Thompson.
Should be very exciting out here today. Some big matchups, some big plays. Omar has been outstanding. Arabi has been, he's shrugged off that elbow injury. He's absolutely fine. It was just a nerve issue, said Coach Julby, as I had a little chat with him before tip-off. They're all in it. They're in very much a good place.
I'm sure that wherever he is, he's going to enjoy this game.
Thank you, Asha. Thank you for those very fine words. And the first points going in from Ayman, the newcomer in the starting 5 for Ahly.
Talk about making an impact in the starting 5. I mean, with a wonderful opening bucket.
Yeah, we'll expect some very fast and furious basketball here today in this, not just in this game, but the second one as well, as we see Morais. Oh, it is just so smooth. The silky touch, the flamingo head. It's a fine score.
It's unreal the way he's been shooting the basketball, 37.9% from the three-point line. But it just looks like every single shot's going to go in.
Here is Juice Thompson, first season playing, of course, for Ahly. Arabi, the big man. Omar goes up for a big 3-pointer off the back. Amin, as he tried to get the rebound doesn't go. Made safe at the back by Gaku.
Almost sneaked it in on the second chance opportunity. It just wouldn't drop for Amin on the follow.
Petro, Dundao hits 3-pointers as if they're going out of fashion. Oh, it's Johnny Petro goes up. And Arabi is the player who makes contact.
Well, that is the fascinating matchup, Arabi and Petro. Petro will probably look to try to take him off the dribble while they space out the floor, because he might have a little bit of a speed advantage. And you see him step in, go left. Arabi late on it, commits the foul.
Straight up to the free throw line for Johnny Pedro. He was talking about just pre-game about 30, 40 minutes before tip-off. He's saying, yeah, I think they're a bit concerned about the speed that we play in the transition. Got a fine point, but I think with Amin, you know, come on, I think that they can definitely challenge these the opponents.
They are very experienced in all their positions, and that is what makes the difference. They'll know when to try and push tempo and when to control pacing tempo, and that's why it has a chess match element to it.
So Morais with the first points for Petro, and then Petro jumping on the bandwagon from the free throw line. Aim into Arabi. Arabi runs into trouble. Gaku in the perfect position there, and that will give them a lot of credit. Arabi just saying, you know, talk to me, guys.
I don't think he was ready for the double. He turned right into the defense, and Gaku does a great job of dispossessing him of the basketball.
Dundao. Morais. Oh, he's picking it off. Look at that. High and dry.
Excellence in execution. He comes off the double. Just the defender trailing him, catches and shoots and hits.
Omar bumps off Gaku, finds some space, and drops in to say hello.
Talking about excellence there, Omar, second attempt from the three-point line, this time connects.
Gaku, great movement off the ball. Falls kindly to Dundao, a floater over the top. Gets away from the bigs.
Kind bounce for Dundao. And they are aggressively attacking the rim. And it's been a fantastic start for the Angolan champions.
And a little bit of pressing coming on. Look at this, trying to get himself out of there. And Eamon absolutely hassled in a big way with Petro and that man, Gonçalves, giving him a hard time.
We've seen this trap defense used a little bit extensively by coach Jose Neto, and what he's done, and when he uses it, it's been highly effective. We'll see if Ahly can adapt to what's happening on the floor.
Well, they need to do something. Here is Amin just around the outside, uses Orabi, the biggest block in town, out into the corner, and there is contacts there. Just gets snagged, Moraes, and you can see that it is Eamon who goes down, and it will be... Sorry, it's not Eamon who goes down, it's Zaran who goes down with that contact.
Another look at that catch and shoot from Moraes, and yes, it is. Zaran goes down. Orabi making the extra pass. The value of having a 7-2 center is that you can throw the ball up and over the defense, and he should be able to be a focal point and a pressure release.
A pressure release and a focal point. More like a catchment net. Omot. There he is, Amin picks it up into the paint. That is sumptuous positioning from Zaran. And the arms are high. Amin makes his move. The pass is beautiful.
The technical foul called. And that was just... I think it's called on Zaran, and it might be for taunting.
Yeah, provocation there, wasn't it? Just the arms went up as he went back, yeah, maybe.
But in it goes. That was a great play. It's just
well, you can't just you can't brag about it. Well, no, but I mean, there are means of bragging and there are means of not bragging. Sometimes a little bit of discretion might go your way.
And we've seen what happens with some of these takes. It could come into play a little bit further down the stretch. He did a fantastic job cutting into the space. Nice find from Amin, and then it hurts his team a little bit picking up that take.
I think both coaches have been replicating the work of forensic scientists just to pick out those small things that their opponents don't do right, and there isn't much to.
It's all about the details.
High long shot over the top. Arabi with the defensive rebound, picked up, taken forward. Amin down into the corner. Zaran has it. Zaran waits for support. Comes his way with Omot. Omot Gaku. Interesting matchup, that one. Very interesting. He finds his way. Arabi can't take his hands, get his hands on the ball. Dundao just making a nuisance behind him.
Well, he was unable to get the pass off to BAL all defensive team members and the starting five of this Petro team. Shoulder Dundao and Gaku both in that all defensive first team.
Yeah, and then you look at his offensive game and you think, oh yeah, he's pretty good at that too.
All round player for sure.
Here we go. Petro Gonçalves over the top, just rolls over the top. Made safe by Zaran. Omot picks it up.
Confident on the release, it just doesn't go his way. But nice shot in the flow of their offense.
It's 11-7, 11-7, 11-7 with just under 4 minutes gone. Juice waits, goes for three. It's a big shot, but he just doesn't get his distance. Made safe by Moraes at the back. Is he going to shoot a three from there? No, he's going to go forward by a little bit. Probably could have, though. Here he is, going down towards the baseline. Gaku! Watch out, Gaku! Oh! Put your pistols back in your belt.
Wow, that is, again, a fantastic find from Moraes, who's averaging 3.5 assists in all competition. It's the baseline drive, the vision to see Gaku wide open, and he knocks him down another shot.
A little bit of contacts between those two. We have mentioned the wonderful and very high-octane encounter and battler matchup between Thompson and Dundao. That's interesting in itself.
It's definitely one of the more fascinating matchups, and these teams do match up pretty well.
Look at what... so Omot, a little bit off balance, and he rarely misses the basket. And at the other end, that's good work from Gonçalves out to Dundao. Dundao for three!
baseline three is his spot, and every time they find him, it's like he's practiced that over and over again because he knocks it down with consistency.
When everybody goes home, he just camps out down in that corner, you know, where everybody's sleeping, and just, you know, goes through the routine. Omot out wide, and it's down to Zaran. Zaran! It's all happening here tonight.
Second connection from long range for the Egyptian champions, and they needed that one.
Trying to get that high pass over the top to Johnny Petro, and well, he's not afraid to just throw himself into the zone. And Eamon does pick up a foul because he was just a little bit wild with that. We have a timeout here. We have a 7-point lead for Petro and Luanda. But how about this high-octane activity? Dundao, oh my word. Dangerous Dundao. We're going to take a break. It's 10-17, Petro in the lead. The Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall in Cairo is the place to be. Petro and Luanda lead Ahly by 10. Petro unbeaten in the Nile Conference here on Egyptian soil. How dare they take a 7-point lead against the giants of Ahly? How dare they do that, Q?
They are audacious because they are excellent, and there's a foul called, offensive foul called on the floor, and Zaran will pick up the call. And that's not the kind of way they want to start out of the timeout, because when you're trailing, this Petro team certainly does know how to build a lead.
No, they definitely do. Talking about building blocks and building leads, Sasha Kumagisha on the side of the court, picking up information, anything that came out of that timeout?
Yes, Coach Jube is concerned that Petro de Luanda are setting screens on top of the key, and Ahly are falling for that. He's asking the players to ask for help on defense, continue to communicate so that they can deal with that Petro de Luanda screen at the top, where they're getting open shots from the perimeter and also from the three-point line.
There's a little bit of contact there down near the baseline, Q.
Johnny Petro picks up his first foul. It's the 15th foul for Petro de Luanda. And again, we've seen the contact situations being decided on and called by the referees, and this one goes in favor of the hosts.
Yeah, he just got tangled up with Amir Zahan, the 21-year-old. But that's something that we're going to have to get used to when you've got giant teams who collide, who play meticulous basketball. We know that, you know, it comes down to the finer margins, and everybody were trying to get under the skin of each other.
And they'll know when to go physically and when to taper it back.
Omot going high, reaches the sky, but he doesn't get the score. And Eamon trying to get it off Gaku, but it will be Petro pick up possession. An interesting 3 phases of possession since we came out of the timeout. There's a lot of lost possession.
We're seeing Omot try to probe the perimeter. He's looking to try and create space. If he can hit a couple more shots, it might open up for him to go on dribble penetration inside.
Dundao, happy to take on the Egyptians. Johnny Petro trying to sneak the ball out. Look at that defensive play there from Amir Zaran, just getting himself in the way and just getting those tentacles out to prevent the pass from coming out wide.
Very important touch, because Carlos Moraes was wide open on the baseline, and Petro just had a right foul because he couldn't make the connecting pass, but great defense indeed. Arabi gonna get his first breather in this one. 2 fouls.
Yeah, he is replaced by Samir. Ahmed Ismail is the player who's come on to replace him. Dundao goes up, he goes high this time, doesn't fall. Picked up, taken forward by Zaran. Eamon. Trying to get a little bit of, look at that, that's wily play, isn't it? A very sneaky little turn.
Crafty footwork. Just couldn't get the finish.
I call it snazzy footwork.
Oh, snazzy works as well.
That's a nice floater over the top, beautifully done. Big score as well to show that he is versatile and he's got a fine set of skills.
Up to 9 points now, going deeper and deeper into his offensive bag. That's a left-handed float there by Carlos Moraes.
He's got a secret bag of skills, doesn't he?
Surreal.
Thompson for a 3! Oh, the juices are flowing now.
Big shot from Thompson, and He's working the individual matchup. We've seen him get more confident from the three-point line, and he does what he's supposed to do.
Down to 6, Gonsalves around the outside being harassed. And Dundao picks it up. He tries to exploit the screen. And the shot clock down to 2. No way, he can't go from that distance, surely. But he can, that's the thing. He can, they all can.
Well, that's a couple of really great defensive possessions for Ahly. They took Petro down late into the shot clock and made them take contested jump shots. So they want to kind of keep this intensity and flow on the defensive end. And you have a look at the screen set. It really creates the space for Thompson to knock down the 3.
Yeah, that's a fantastic score for him as well. His first points here in Cairo tonight. Here is Gaku. Gaku step back. And his medium 3 claims that there was contact, falls on deaf ears. Omot takes it up court.
Well, he did fantastic to create space, just couldn't knock down the open shot.
Omot. Thompson. Using his mail, picks it up in the middle. He just looks around, he decides to go himself. A little bit of hesitancy there.
Yeah, needed to be more confident. He was wide open and had time and space to knock down the shot.
And they lose possession, Petro. It's a good spell this is for Agustin Julbe and his team. 50-year-old from Barcelona won the first Basketball Africa League in 2021 with Zamalek. Now he's with Ahly, as we see someone who's got a lot of appreciation. There's a lot of fans from South Sudan here in Cairo, of course. It's Atem Majok.
He's one of the most loved characters and players on the floor, and he earns it because he just plays the game fantastically hard. And you call him Magic Majok. Well, we hopefully get to see some magic from him on the floor.
Omot gets the ball down into the corner, and a long-range shot. It just rolls around, but it doesn't sink by Ziran. And Dundao down into the corner, picked up by Moraes, showing off his skill set. That is a delight to the eye. Claims there was contact on the elbow. Again, he just walks away. He'll take the 2. They move to 8.
Like the size mismatch. Juice Thompson court, but just behind him goes to a back to the basket move, and fantastic again.
Hey, the fast Cobra hands there from Dundao. Sees Thompson lose possession, and now it's Petro who get possession back.
The scoring from Carlos Moraes. He's just been standout. You look at him work the matchup, a little shake and bake, and then he knocks down the mid-range jumper.
Shake and bake. Here we go with Majok. Dundao. With the ball in his hands, Solo Diabate's come on, the Ivorian. It's an interesting team that they've got on the court with and there's a travelling call going against Dundao. It's a little bit frustrating on that occasion.
You can almost feel a little bit of his frustration. He's trying to create some offense from an individual perspective, and it's not worked out well in this first quarter.
A little bit of frustration there from Julie, the coach from Barcelona. Of course, he was coaching Solo Diabate in that 2021 Zamalek team, so it's a player he knows extremely well. As Thompson goes up, 3-point shot! Sunk, signed and delivered.
Well, he's lasered in, and the radar is certainly on target.
16-21, and the last 35 seconds. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Nicely done. Again, you can see that Diabate, he's also very capable of scoring points.
That connection between Diabate and Majok, they have chemistry on the floor, and they know how to exploit it.
Omot's first points. Yes, they are. Not his first points. He's got 3. Now he's up to 5.
First field goal on the drive, and that's a great take from a great scorer.
Diabate trying to get rid of Ziran. And Ziran gets in the way, really annoyed with himself because, well, the wily Ivorian just shaking him off, picking up the foul.
That's his second foul, and that will be a little frustrating. Another look at Omot in full flight, finishing with finesse.
Yeah, but with Majok just behind him, he just protects the ball and makes sure that the ball is safe going off the boards.
They are such skilled individuals on both ends of the floor, and that second foul means that Ziran will have to take a break.
5.4 seconds remaining. Carlos Moraes, we know what he's going to do. He goes up, he goes up!
Oh my, Carlos Moraes.
A monster bucket there to beat the buzzer from Moraes.
Steps back, cool, calm and collected, and knocks down the three. Excellence, just excellence on the floor.
It's just sumptuous basketball. Great shooting there from Moraes. 18 points to 26, and Ahly, they trail by 8. We're going to take a break. Welcome back to Cairo. 18-26. We've most definitely got a high-caliber game taking place here in the Egyptian capital. A battle of the highest order between the giants of the Nile Conference. And there he is, Carlos Moraes. He's doing an absolute sterling job so far, hitting from out wide, jump shots from mid-range, off balance, and then he drives into the basket as well.
He's been fantastic. 14 first quarter points. He's averaging 13.4 points in the tournament, so already above his average in the first quarter. And that's a great start for Moraes, the captain.
Usher, what was said at the just at the break there? Did you pick up on any information?
Yes, Coach Jose Neto wants the Petro de Luanda players to continue passing that ball around until they have options to continue scoring from the three-point line, but also to use Majok in that paint. He's also introduced Damian Hollis in there to help Majok, and they want to just continue to extend this lead and perhaps take it to double digits.
Yeah, things are working really well. Moraes goes up. There's Nasser who comes in and commits the foul on Moraes. He goes to the free throw line.
I like what they're doing in terms of offense here, Petro. They are creating for Moraes, who has the hot hand. They're running him off picks, kind of Steph Curry-like in the way that they're trying to create for him. And he's doing the necessary, because picked up a foul and he goes to the free throw line, where he has shot the ball exceptionally well. Still 100% from the free throw line.
Not that surprised. You didn't see my eyebrows rise, did you, Q? I mean, it's just the way that he plays his game. 37 years of age, and you know, we've seen some veteran players provide us with some extraordinary skills over the past couple of years, but you know, he's very much in his prime for a player who's won 4 AfroBasket golds with the Angolan national team and lifted so much silverware over the years in Angola.
Yeah, he's and chatting to him, there's no signs of him wanting to retire. He is still locked in, and all he thinks about is playing the game, and he missed the second one. And maybe I put the markers on him a little bit, but he gets 2 of 3.
How do you say, you spent some time in Mozambique, so you speak fluent Portuguese. How do you say famished in Portuguese?
You're testing me, and I'm not doing too well on these language tests so far.
No, that's okay. I promise I won't. Oh, look at that beautiful score coming in. You've been saved by the bell by Ahmed Dasuki Ismail. I promise I won't put you on the hot seat more than 10 times throughout the broadcast today.
Okay.
Majok, just a little bit of pressure on Majok. He's unable to get his range down in the corner. Corey Webster on Omot of South Sudan, and picked up by Nasser. Webster takes possession, tries to get rid of his man. That's a nice pass as well from the New Zealander, and it's Majok who commits the foul. Just a little bit of a contact on the arm on that man Ismail.
Hook pass coming in from Webster, finding Ismail in position, and caught behind the defense. Hollis has got to commit the foul.
Ismail picks up possession. Fans making a lot of noise here. There's a lot of Angolan supporters here getting behind Petro de Luanda as well, which is absolutely fantastic. We expected a quality encounter with a big crowd, and we're not disappointed. And I'm sure that Usher will be able to tell us a little bit more about the support here and the support we'll see in Kigali as well for the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a community of about 30,000 South Sudanese that live in the city of Cairo, obviously for historical reasons, and they're out here to support the sons of the soil, Ater Majok and Nuni Omot.
Thank you. Usher, we got the We got Cobra staff here as well. Oh, you just can't believe what Moise is doing.
This is an offensive showcase of the highest caliber as he continues to just burn the floor, Carlos Moraes.
Shooting for the stars, he goes again. Now let's see what Nasser can do. Into the corner, Omot. Marshalled big time by Hollis. And there's a long-range shot that just doesn't go. Picked up by Diabate. Waits for Majok for a screen or a pass. Doesn't decide to get the ball back out. Diabate, the Ivorian, 3 points. Score. Oh, stunning 13-point lead for Petro.
They are scorching Ahly from the outside. They have the sixth connection from the three-point line, and they're shooting it at a 75% clip.
Ismail out to Thompson. Thompson goes for a big bucket. Doesn't manage to get it. It's been made safe. Good work. Oh, that's an enormous three-pointer from Ahly.
Wow, needed score. Fifth connection for Ahly.
Diabate, Moraes, Majok, go the other way, he says. Diabate picks it up. Hollis, it's opened up beautifully for him. Lovely layup off the boards and in.
It's got to open up the interior, make long-range shots, spacing changes, and it allows drives inside.
Omot tries to push himself off the defenders. Doesn't manage to get his direction. Missed opportunity for Ahly, and they trail by 12. Carlos Moraes, don't give him an inch, because this is what happens. This is ridiculous. He's on fire. 22 points in 13 minutes and 13 seconds.
There's nothing you can do. He is absolutely unstoppable at this point, and I don't know, call the police, do something.
He's going to score 66 points if we carry on like this, Q. Oh, that is just ridiculously good. 39 points to 24. Petro Luanda storming ahead against Ahly, and Carlos Moraes in command. We'll take a break. Well, Cairo is very much the center of activity, the epicenter of African basketball amazement. We have been given a shooting clinic performance already in 13 minutes by Carlos Moraes. It is outrageous. Petro lead by 15, but Moraes, I mean, he's just on fire.
Absolutely, 7 of 9 from the field. He's hit 5 three-pointers, and he is unstoppable at this point.
Ismail, that's nicely done. Oh, it goes in as well. He hesitated, he was gonna make the pass. He finally decided that, yeah, he was the biggest guy in the paint. I'm gonna go for it.
He needed to finish that because scoring has been phenomenal from this Petro de Luanda. So, yeah, man, Diabate is also perfect from the field for his 7 points.
Yeah, he's still on the court as well, despite the fact that changes have been made. Majok goes underneath and up, but he can't find the glass properly. Out wide to Omot. Ahly need to get points, otherwise we're gonna see that's Bastos who just kind of hooks Webster marginally.
Caught behind the plate, Bastos, and reached out. It was kind of a hard foul.
A little bit of contact, but the contact was made.
Second team foul. First one on Bastos.
Usher, you need to, whatever you get over there, you know, just throw it our way, because we'll take whatever you've got to give us, I promise you. Oh, Webster time!
6th three-pointer for Ahly. Webster from long range, and we're getting a showcase from the perimeter.
This is absolutely, it's massive, isn't it? Usher.
Yeah, it is a shooting clinic, obviously, in this game, but Coach Jube says he doesn't care about the lead that Petro have. They just need to do the right thing on defense. deny Petro de Luanda, at least force them to make very hard shots, as we're seeing with that position there for Moraes.
He draws the foul again. You know, whatever he does, he's going to get something from what he does.
You're not going to get the ball from him at this point.
Yeah, you won't get the ball.
He is locked in, and you don't often get the opportunity to ride a scoring wave like this. So, you know, I think they're going to get him the basketball every time down or wherever they can, and just continue to ride the hot hand.
2 fouls for Nasser. And I think it's not rocket science that he needs to just hold off a little bit.
Well, the Portuguese Cup MVP in 2017, along all of his other accolades, African Basketball League MVP in 2012. That was almost 11 years ago, and it's just like he's playing at the same MVP level.
Come on, it's just okay. You know, keep it consistent. That's all you want to do. Keep yourself fit, healthy, consistent. Play the basketball, improve, make tweaks. Sometimes, you know, just like Usher says, like fine wine. You know, it just gets better over time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Steal. Majok. Oh, there's a foul by...
It is called on Amin.
Yeah, it is. He's a little bit annoyed with that. Walks away, going, I'm riled. I've been shaken up marginally.
Trying to dispossess Majok there, just trying to lean in. And I can see why the frustration just a little bit, but the referee right there to make the call.
Yeah, we'll see the changes that have been made here now. No, still no changes. We're still in the same place. Bastos, Majok. Majok. Tries to find a way, goes down the baseline, still in possession. He's still got the ball, he still goes up, but he can't get...
Well, he gets called for the travel. He was really trying to work the matchup, but he's been well matched. That was great defense, great individual defense from Ishmael.
Yeah, just staying too long in the key, of course, in the paint. It's a 10-point lead. So what you said, Usher, is valid. Coach Julby needs to just make sure that his players do what they do. And that's what they do. It comes from Webster. Back-to-back threes for the Kiwi, producing 6 points over the space of a minute or two. Amazing.
Oceanic flair in the corner. They were putting him in the spin cycle, steps back and knocks down a timeless 3.
And there we have it, 32-39. We've been 7 points now. And it's a timeout that's been called by Jose Neto. And there's so much going on the bench in terms of communication and how they've got to just make those small adjustments. At the same time, you can see that Petro haven't got their starting 5 on court. And their bench is coming off and playing some great basketball too.
Well, Petro trying to work the Majok matchup. They've had Hollis on the floor for a little bit. He's averaging 11 and 11. You want to get him a couple of touches as well. They went scoreless and went off the boil because they were trying to change up what was working for them. And I think this adjustment will come from the bench, and they'll try a couple more points of entry and points that they can try and milk shots from out of the timeout. On the other side, it's been, again, just some great individual play. We've seen Webster come in and have an impact, and they are staying within their flow in the system, and they've not panicked even though they were down.
Coach Neto a little bit concerned over there, Usher?
Well, just listening into Coach Jose Neto, of course he's not pleased with the way that they failed to score, especially with Carlos Moraes off of the court, but they're trying to feed Majok, who will work with Damian Hollis in that paint, just to make sure that they can score, even though Ahly will score on the other side.
Solo Diabate, 100% from the field, up around his output from last game, and he's just come in to contribute in a very consistent manner.
And Domingos goes down. Thompson picks up. Sorry, it's El Gendi who's just come on, who picks up his first foul. Not a single player from Ahly in double figures. But there again, besides Diabate and Dundao, who've got 5 and 7, you've got Gaku who's got 3. It's all about Moraes, isn't it? It's all about Moraes.
It has been all about Moraes. Fantastic.
Look at 13, 14 points and the same number of rebounds. And they're going to get possession back.
Kick ball.
Ahly.
Now the referees will confer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and the ball does come off Ishmael's foot. However, after the conference, they decide that it will be Ahly basketball.
39-32, Amen. Ismail. Majok continually talking, communicating to make sure he's calling on Diabate to go over and just close them down as a two defensive team, but committing a foul on that occasion. And it looks like Dundao is going to come back on. Bastos hits the bench. There you go, that was the call.
But Dundao can change the pace and tempo of the offense, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here, especially in terms of matchups.
First foul for Majok. Omot goes around. Webster isolated. Omot picks it up, finds some space, does really well. Floater. Oh! Amazing work from Omot.
Surreal on the step through over 3 defenders. That's just great touch.
Back out to Hollis. Dundao. Hollis, and there's a call going against Hollis. A little bit of contact there. He's just leaning into the defensive player, giving the ball back to Ahly. They're liking this little patch.
And have a look at that great individual offense. Got by 3 defenders. Omot fakes, steps through over the outstretched arm of Majok.
Here is Amen. Goes for a mid-range 2. He marvels.
Back they come. Petro have led by as much as 15 in this one, and now Ahly on a scoring run of their own.
Yeah, but this is nice. This is what we expected, and Coach Julbe very much, play our game. The big long-range shot coming in from Hollis, but it comes off the metal. Another chance now. They could potentially reel them in. It's a 3-pointer. It doesn't go off the metal. Made safe by Petro Luanda. Still lead by 3. Dundao goes up high over the boards, knocked off his feet. Ismail commits the foul. He'll logically go to the free throw line.
And there you see just that change of tempo, trying to get out in transition. Dundao looking to attack the rim. He draws the contact, and they call the contact post his attempt. Majok was right there to clean up if the foul was not called.
Yeah, but clean up. He just, he's ready to go, isn't he?
5th team foul on Ahly. They are in the penalty. 2:45 left. Some more opportunities presented for Petro to exploit.
Dundao, smooth. Petro with 14 fouls, Ahly with 5. Asha, thoughts on the sideline? Because it's, I think it's a high-octane encounter. I think we can definitely say that today.
Of course, there's so much pressure on the Petro de Luanda bench. They had 6 straight turnovers. Nothing was working for them, and they'll take that breather with Dundao scoring on the free throw line.
Petro with a 10-point lead. Oh, is Dundao just going down, and they lose possession. He's absolutely furious, Amin. It was funny, he went down. Let's just have a look.
I can't really tell anything from that angle.
I'm looking at the right hand that just flies into the chest of Dundao. He went down and milked it marginally. Majok.
Blocking foul called. Majok just got trolled inside the paint on the catch.
Yeah, the problem is that Amin's up to 3, and that is serious because he's one of the starting 5 players. I know that but he's got such electric pace. There he is. He's still moving coming into Majok. Bounces off Majok, flat on his back. The foul is, pretty blatant, really, for me.
And also inside the circled area, trying to extract the charge on a big.
first doesn't sink for Majok.
Majok is struggling on the offensive side. He's been doing so much work on defense, but he's yet to find his feet. But we know who Majok is, Magic Majok. Once he gets that confidence going, especially with that 1 point on the free throw, he could recover going forward in the game.
Well, that's great work. That is sumptuous work, and a good rebound there for Ismail. For the work from Amat, fast and furious, heading off up into enemy territory. 42-36, 2:12 left to go.
Game is certainly leveled out in this. Back to possession basketball.
Good work from Gonsalves to Majok. Majok trying to lean into Ismail, and well, that would have been his. That would have been 2 points and straight to the free throw line. Didn't score, so he will go to the free throw line.
This defense by Ismail is good. He's making it tough for Majok, who's really thinking about his offense, and perhaps just signs of what Usher was talking about, you know, just trying to feel his way back in. They're getting him multiple touches inside the paint. He's just going to continue to try and work through his offensive processes.
Difficult, you know, if you can ruffle Majok's feathers inside of the paint, then, you know, you've pretty much done your job. But the trouble is, how long are you going to stay on the court for?
The defense is good if you can get someone to start thinking. You got to react and play through. Majok, a 73% shooter. He gets 1 of 2. He split the last pair of free throws that he's had.
38-43. Juice Thompson heads off into uncharted territory, or charted territory more so. They're trying to find ways of just making this territory their own. Webster, and the Auckland-born player with a wonderful pass into the path of that man Ismail. Layup for 2.
This is definitely the best output we've seen from Webster in this conference. He's been controlled, he's provided offense where needed. It's also the passes that he gives, and 16 points in the paint from Ahly.
Yeah, but we don't talk about Petro's points, you know, outside of the paint. We say, oh, Dundao, I'm gonna do the business. Dundao damage again.
Second 3 for Dundao. It's the 9th for this Petro offense. They are milking the perimeter.
I was just about to say, it's all about Moraes' paints, not points, not in the paint, because he's the only one who's hitting threes until that man Dundao turned up, because they can hear us. They hear us all the time. Ismail, nicely done from the big man.
Sparking inside the paint, Ismail. That is another good find, and Ismail effective.
Yeah, but he's up to 11 points, and normally we'd be focusing on Orabi, who hasn't spent too much time on court in the first half, if you actually think about it.
He got himself in foul trouble, Orabi, early, and Ismail has stepped up where Orabi was off the floor.
Another foul, and it's Corey Webster who picks up that one. So straight up to the free throw line, and it will be Damian Hollis, new recruit, and of course a player whose father, he spent 14 years playing in Europe. His father played for the Pistons in the NBA. It's in his DNA. He actually played for the United States as an under-19s player. They got silver in 2007 at the under-19 World Championships, but he can now play for Hungary if he wants.
Yeah, he is an interesting story, but he's definitely provided value for Petro. A nice pickup, 11.8 points, 8.8 rebounds off the bench. He also gives them an assist, and he shoots it at 53% on the interior. And he really does, and has given them some extra spark and extra scoring off. Majok is subbed out. Petro comes in to try and close out this final 40 seconds.
Yeah, he's a top boy as well. We had a chat with him just before tip-off. Just really calm and collected, trying to find his position within the team, of course. And the most important thing is that he feels good, and his teammates have been helping him a lot. Free throws, 11 from 16, 1 from 2. Ahly not going up to the free throw line too often. Here is Gendi. Gendi gets it out wide to Thompson. Thompson, acres of space, lots of time. Ismail with a rebound. Looks for, he needs to go himself, and that's nicely done. Every time he does that, he gets points.
He has been superb inside the paint. Ismail coming off the bench to give them spark inside the paint, and there's 13 points on a second chance opportunity. Working that matchup. chest, or gets into the chest of the defender and finishes with the right hand.
He's quite an intriguing character, isn't he? Because he not only, you know, bosses the paint, but he basically is telling us that he doesn't want to boss the paint because he wants to get the pass back out, and then afterwards he go, oh, I might as well just go for the points.
Yeah, he's got World Cup experience and Egyptian international. He's listed at 208, 28 years of age. A big boy inside the paint, and he's playing big. They need him to play big. They need presence inside the paint, and he's delivered. Time for the coaches to just set strategy here, and they're going to try and get an important execution. And 48-44, a 4-point game. A score, especially late in the clock, will be important to take into the half. 22 points for Carlos Moraes has been absolutely superb. We haven't seen him for the latter part of the second quarter, but he'll definitely make a reappearance perhaps now, and we will see him in the second half.
Get to know your player. Ahmed Ismail. Ismail is nicknamed Seafood. Marc Gasol, love to visit Morocco.
Now that he says that he plays like Marc Gasol, he really does. He's got a great presence inside the paint, uses his footwork and his size effectively, high efficiency.
Well, he's been pretty impressive, as we see a couple of his plays there, just in front of Hollis. They're taking the pass, rising up and doing the business. A lovely layup after that wonderful pass by Webster. There you go, the bounce pass into his path. He's up before Majok can get anywhere near him. Yeah, top quality. Webster there.
Just that combination, 6 points and 5 assists. It's 2 big shots from downtown, but also finding Ismail in space and literally making it all work.
And here we go, Hollis down in the corner. Omot drives through and tries to find his way to get those points. Goes again, that's brilliant. Brilliant from Hollis, the American, showing perseverance, Q.
That is great work to get the ball back on the first miss and provide Petro with a much needed score, take the game up to 2 possessions. It's a 6-point lead, and we were treated to some really fantastic competition in that first half, Robbie.
44 points to 50. Wow, 94 points scored in the first half here at this Battle of the Giants. Petro lead Ahly by 4. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a few moments' time. Well, 50-44, and we're about to get this third quarter going here with Ahly in possession. And, well, we don't know where this is going to go. We really don't. I think that we've seen some extraordinary basketball played so far between Ahly, Petro and Luanda. The Giants, the 2 teams who confirmed their places in Kigali. The only 2 out of the 6 who are in competition. Tonight we've got another battle taking place as we take a look at that man Juice. That's his nickname. Pizza, Chris Paul, good did by DJ Khaled. Would love to visit Nigeria.
It's so fascinating to see places that the players want to visit, especially on the continent, and this is a great way to just learn a little bit more about the excellence we see on the floor night in and night out in the BAL-Africa League.
Thompson down in the corner, long-range shot from down. And Omot unable to get that 3-pointer, but the thing is that he drew the foul, and of course he'll go to the free throw line. And when you foul someone who's going for 3, you know what you get.
You get into a bunch of trouble. 96% from the free throw line. Nuni Omot has been through conference play, and there's not much that he doesn't do well on the offensive end.
Here's the first 8-2.
Omot goes again. It's up to 11 points now. And he gets another chance, of course, to extend that. 3 points from the free throw line.
That's an area that they didn't really exploit in the first half. This is their second trip to the free throw line collectively as a team, and Nuni Omot with a chance to just make some inroads into the lead, and he gets 2 of 3.
Yeah, but this is it's a 4-point lead. At one point it was 15 for Petro, just to put things into perspective. Moraes was just hitting them left, right and center, the big 3-point buckets from downtown, from all over town, from down in the suburbs. And a Loss of possession there with the ball coming out of the hands of Dundao, and Ahly get the chance to reel in that lead even more. 2
poor possessions for the Petro de Luanda, one on the defensive end and one now on the offensive side.
Interesting to see on the bench as well, who can't sit down, he can't keep himself still. It's Sifildin Hendawi, born in Cairo, and of course playing against, hoping to get some minutes against his, against the giants of Cairo, of course, Ahly.
It would be a fantastic for him if he does get to see time on the floor.
Gaku, Dundao, Petro, don't score from that last phase. Here he goes, Gonsalves goes up, down into the corner, Gaku, bullet pass out wide, Dundao doesn't get the 3, and it's made safe at the back. Nasser.
Fantastic rebounding from Zaran.
Thompson, oh, it is the massive 3-pointer and the foul. Big play, enormous play, monster play from Thompson.
The right way to come out of the half. Thompson pulls up in transition. Late on the defense, he knocks down the pressure shot and the chance to tie. That's what it is for the Red Devils.
Asha Komigisha, you've come across many plays like that on court in your career. That play, extraordinary, right?
Absolutely incredible from Ahly, the character, and that's sort of the leadership that Coach Djoube brings to the Egyptian champions. He's won before with Zamalek, and that's what they want to replicate here, Ahly, who are the biggest rivals of Zamalek.
Oh, it's through the legs of Johnny Petro. Moraes trying to get the bounce pass into his possession. Nasser goes up. Don't know, he doesn't. Gets the ball out wide. Omot for 3!
9-point run for Ahly, and maybe a chance for a timeout. Give a Coach Jose Neto looking on. He's going to let it roll out.
That shot came out of nowhere. Amazing from Omot.
Superb. Great composure.
Dundao, Gaku. Out, down into Moraes. Moraes, marvelous Moraes. Monster shot from Moraes.
Of course, if they need a bucket, where they're going to go. Moraes has been fantastic, and he hits his first jump shot from the outside in the second half.
There is a technical foul on the Ahly bench for the reaction there. Referee Baye from Senegal punishing the Egyptian Giants.
Could be a big moment, just breaking the momentum, breaking that scoring run.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on Coach Djoube. He is very active there, talking to the crew chief, Tyler Ricks.
So Will Berry go for 9 threes in his 41-point performance. Carlos Moraes 6 makes so far on 7 shots.
Yeah, but with 7:40 left in the third, come on. He slowed it down a little bit at the end of the second. So Omot for 3. Surely not. Surely yes. Surely yes.
He's got the rhythm. He's got the vibe. Knocks down the 3. Looney Omot from the baseline.
Dundao off the foot of Orabi. Logically, it'll be Petro get possession back.
The call does come in, and it will be Petro basketball. They keep it. And another look at Omot. And that spot is probably some burn marks on the floor because he's been red hot.
Dundao. Here we go, Dundao for 3. Dundao's time, the damage man.
2 guys who are really great under pressure, Moraes and Dundao, trying to find their spots, and that's a big make for Childe Dundao.
Here's Omot. Looney Omot trying to get past Gaku. Gets the pass to Dundao and not to Zaran. Zaran trying to get in his way. The ball comes back out. That is beautifully taken from Petro. Layup and in. Wow.
Dundao puts on the afterburners to get up the floor and draws the defense to give Johnny Petro, an easy 2 on the assist.
And you can see that Petro reversed the scenario, and they're coming back with points now. 21 from 36 field goals, 18 from 31, 58% for Petro. Get out of there. Petro slapping and swatting and blocking and doing what he does.
Yeah, closing the front door. Johnny Petro on the help defense. Great work.
I think he closed the portcullis there, didn't he? Everything was closed. Dundao goes high, and it is. And that might be another foul from Orabi. Sorry, it's Omar.
Thompson will pick that up. Another look at the work from Petro. Timing, athleticism, and that's just closing the front door the right way.
Dundao goes again. Runs into a dead end. Moraes, oh, watch out, bounce past to Petro. An attempt at a little back to the ring layup, but he just doesn't get his accuracy. Thompson. It's going to go down into the corner. Loads of time for Zaran. Oh, he just couldn't keep it. Orabi. Moraes runs into a little bit of a defensive problem. Gaku's there. Calmly out to Petro, back to Gonçalves. Dundao out to the right, but it goes to Gaku in the paint. Up against Omar, tries to wrestle his way around. Can't get the boards, can't get it in.
Credit Omar for the work in the defensive.
Goes out wide, Zaran. Webster. Mid-range 2! And it's a beautiful 2 for Webster.
Love his composure with the ball in hand. Webster has been standout for Ahly.
Petro lead by a single point. Dundao goes up, doesn't go. And a bit of contact. Hopefully he's going to be fine. Rabi back up on his feet. And I think we've got a timeout here.
Another look at hustle. Zaran and Arabi trying to keep it alive. Zaran goes down. He's trying to keep it straight into the cameraman.
I hope that he's all right. I hope the cameraman's all right. There you go. He's fine. He's back in action. Smiling face. We'll take a break. 59-58. Petro lead Ahly here in Cairo. Electric atmosphere here in Cairo. Electric basketball being played. Everybody's tuned in a big way. 59-58. A 15-point lead for Luanda. Petro Luanda at 1 point. Can you imagine that? Ahly back to trail by a single point. It's the Angolans who are in possession. And, a little mistake there. And it's Thompson waiting for a bit of support. Gets it out to Omot. Gets rid of Gaku. Goes in! Can't see his points go up on the board. And Dundao takes it up court. Here they go. Back out. No, Moraes. Surely not. Surely, yes!
Say 3-pointer again for Carlos Moraes. He's up to 29.
29, that's probably the age that he feels out there today, because, oh my word, the spring in his step, the verve and swagger, a marvelous shooter, a very smooth operator. Zaran, Ahly, and that's a big shot, big bucket coming in. Another big score coming in from that man, Corey Webster.
Webster versus Moraes at this stage. They are both leading their teams well on the offensive end.
Gonçalves gets rid of his man, Petro. Bounce pass, goes back out. Petro! Dunk! Petro panache on the floor.
Excellence in execution again. Beautiful find. Excellent finish.
61-64. So much happening on the floor as Orabi picks up the pass. And Webster goes on a move. The move for Webster. Is it happening? Is it real? It's an alien.
At this point, it might as well just be a 3-point contest between Webster and Moraes as they go toe-to-toe from the perimeter.
Who else wants to jump on the bandwagon? Usher?
It is absolutely incredible, the basketball being played here. But really for Coach Jube, he wants the Ahly players to continue giving themselves a chance on the offensive side, stay focused, because this is top basketball.
Oh, Moraes again with a 3. 2 points for marvelous Moraes.
8 3-pointers on 9 shots from downtown. It's surreal.
The hustle between that man, Dundao, and Thompson. Foul has gone against Dundao. He's up to 3, which is a concern.
It's 8 of 10 for Moraes. The ball is dropped off. There's Johnny Petro up and in. Beautiful find from Gonçalves, and Pedro knows what to do with it upstairs.
And Solo Diabate, the Ivorian winner with Zamalek in Season 1, US Monastir Season 2, and now with Petro Luanda Season 3. Will it be 3 in a row? Who knows? Let's get past this game first of all, as we see Dundao going off with 3 fouls. Webster in possession, and Petro are in the lead by 3. Nicely done, and that's a big score for that man, Orabi.
Again, Webster so composed, understanding where he wants to get the offense, finds Orabi for the finish.
He's surely going to be in double figures by the end for assists, as Hollis tries to find his way. His pass doesn't find Moraes, and look what happens. Zaran! Oh! Lost control in the last second with his fingertips. You could see it. It just didn't float in, going a little bit too fast. Frustration.
Almost just too fast up the floor for Zaran. He lost control of the ball going up, and almost looked like he got caught in 2 minds. And here's another look at the offense from Webster. Hanging in the air, finds Orabi underneath.
Majok comes on. Webster's shot hits the metal. Comes back out. It's a 1-point lead for Petro Luanda. 149, 148 left in this 3rd quarter. And there's a foul by Hollis. And it's on Zaran. They get possession back. Every single play means the world to each and every individual who's on court at the moment. There you can see it just got tangled up over there.
Oh, big call that was, for sure. And you see the joy on the face of Zaran after picking up that foul.
So just to give you an understanding of the situation regarding if Petro win, they go in as top seed from the Nile Conference to Kigali. Now, if Ahly beats Petro Luanda and then they beat Slack in their final game tomorrow, then they will be the top seed because they got a better head-to-head difference.
That's absolutely correct.
And everybody wants to be top seed, top dogs, when they go to the championship finals.
There's prestige in being crowned now conference champions, and going undefeated in group play matters to both of these fine clubs.
And in Season 3 of the BAL-Africa League, we will have a brand new champion. There is no doubt about it. US Monastir missed out on qualification.
Well, just got to mention again that Moraes has a chance to tie the record for most threes in the game. He's got 8 of 9, and Will Perry set the record again with his 9 threes and make on 41 points the other evening. Moraes can go better, can tie, and who would bet against it at this point?
Will Periscopic Power Perry. That's a big shot from Thompson. 13, and another big shot from in the suburbs.
Shooting like we have not seen from the 3-point line. That's the 13th or 14th 3 for Ahly.
Ridiculously effective today. Gonçalves drops it in. Majok with a dunk. Oh yes, I'm here. I want to play your game too. We're level at 69. Safe comes on, picks up, and going on a dance around the outside. Thompson back to that. Oh, it's just a little bit short. That is a great rebound from Zaran, but he's unable to see it fall. Moraes gets, that's a great pass to Hollis. Unable to see it fall. Zaran goes up. Zaran! He got in the way, Moraes. Couldn't score the points.
Good defensive work, but again, speeding up the floor, Zaran. Maybe it's better served to just control it. And big moments and lots of pressure on the floor for both teams.
And that looks like it's going to be foul number 2 for Michael Thompson.
Thompson around the screen, pulls up, lasers in, knocks down a 3.
Usher, we need to come across to you because you're amazing, but also to save our voices.
Well, I'll help you. I'll help you do that. Well, just looking at the floor, Saif and Ismail have been given the responsibility to make sure that Al-Ahly use their size on the court right now with the absence of Arabi. So far, they're doing a great job.
Comes out for Saif. He can't get his range. And that's it. It's the end of the third quarter. Quite extraordinary. That went so quickly, but it's still, again, it's a 2-point lead. Petro Luanda hanging in there. So much basketball to be played in the fourth quarter. We're going to the wire. Petro Luanda in the lead, 71, Ahly 69. This is turning into a seismic encounter. 71 points to 69. Petro Luanda lead Ahly. Absolutely incredible. And we've been loving every single second of it. The fans are making noise. The players are just, well, look at it. Look how many threes.
Well, look, 26 threes combined. It's unreal, the amount of shooting that we've seen on the floor. And we know we talk about threes for trees, which is the initiative from BAL-Africa League. Right now, forests are being planted by these two excellent offensive outputs. 17 assists to 16, 56% on the floor, and they are just so well matched up. We've seen scoring runs, we've seen the teams come back, and it is only a single possession game going into the fourth quarter.
Trees for threes. I am green with envy. That's what I am. Let's see if more trees can be planted because of the threes. Moraes in possession. Hollis. There's a good chance. Oh, I don't believe it. Whatever you can do, I can do just as well. Gerson Domingos, the 27-year-old point guard, coming on into the four and scoring 5 points now.
We've seen such excellence on the offensive end. It's gotta be how the defense adapts here in the fourth quarter that will make the difference.
Ismail to Thompson for Ayman down into the corner. Saif. Picked up by Nasser, good rebound. He's in the paint, he needs to go up, and he does. Good touch.
Excellent work and use of the body to create space, and he makes a big two. Nasser.
Usher, what have you got for us? I said come in whenever you want. You come in whenever you want.
Well, just looking at Petro de Luanda so far, they've been able to execute what Coach Jose Neto talked about. They have to use and find a solution for that pick and roll at the top. And it's working for them so far with Gerson Domingos scoring back-to-back threes right now.
Threes? Did you say threes? Yes, that's all we're talking about today. Anyway, I just wanted you to know. It's just about threes. Wow.
15 threes now, Robbie.
Amazing, incredible, stunning. Here we go. Oh, Saif for three. Oh, for once we don't see it fall. 71-77. Ahly, well, they've got to be careful here because this is a good situation here for Petro Luanda. Moraes gets the ball out. There's a chance for Domingos. He's hitting them from out wide, not from down in that side. Majok picks it up. Out to Moraes. Carlos Moraes doesn't get another three.
Wow.
That's two missed threes here. I'm getting a bit deflated.
He's had such an amazing evening, Carlos Moraes.
You've got loads of time. Surely you're going to get yours. That's three misses in succession. Thompson gets the ball out. Good swing. Ayman for a long-range shot. Hollis makes it safe. Taken up court by Domingos. Carlos Moraes into the paint. Majok out wide. Domingos for three. Oh!
Wow, Domingos hits a third three, and he has had the hot hand right out of the quarter break. And the other side of the floor, two came from the left, this one on the right-hand side of the court. Fantastic long-range shooting.
That is sensational. And there was a foul. He goes to the free throw line. Contact following the shot. It's a 4-point play.
They've unlocked new levels of shooting excellence on the floor. Petro de Luanda, what a showcase.
I know there have been lots of NBA Africa clinics that have been taking place this week, but I honestly didn't expect this today.
Unreal.
I hope that the future is looking bright when you see some incredible African players producing incredible performances like we've seen today, and the youngsters watching this, they're going to be going, I want to play, I want to play, I want to play. I want to play like him, I want to play like him.
And that is really what it's all about, inspiring the next generation through excellence.
Great rebound, fantastic rebound coming in from that man, Ismail. 28-year-old, spent some time in Texas.
Well, now
Speaks good English. His Arabic is better. No, of course it is. He's Egyptian. Just teasing. Moraes around the outside. He's just inside. That wouldn't have been a 3, that would have been a 2. Not that it matters, of course. We're not going to hold it against him. Straight downtown. Amen. Amen. Hits that spot at the back of the ring, but it doesn't find its way down in, and it's been stolen there. It was big battle, fierce battle on the ground.
Every single possession has been fought for, and they have thrown their bodies on the line. And just look at the work here. Domingos gets a touch on it. There's a scramble for the basketball. He tries to keep it alive and just can't. Every single part of his body being utilized to try and keep that possession alive.
Yeah, but this is what it means. 6:46, 7-point lead. It's when Ahly need to try and hit back. They need points, and they know about it. Amin going up. There's a little bit of... They lose possession. That was great defensive play from Majok, just keeping Amin out. Who's a real tricky player, isn't he? Just couldn't get that pass or get that shot.
There was a little bit of contact that causes him to lose possession of the basketball, but shot clock was all the way down, and so it will be Petro de Luanda basketball.
Domingos in that corner needs to find being hassled. A little bit of pressing coming in from Coach Chulby as there he is, Domingos, unable to sink at. Omot makes it safe out to Amin.
It's a quiet period now for both teams as they jostle for position.
Webster for a 3! Webster.
What might have spoke too soon. Webster now open on the baseline, knocks down another long-range shot attempt.
Gonçalves. Domingos.
Webster up to 17 points.
Domingos drives into the paint and he just loses possession. Petro will be a little bit annoyed with that. Coach Neto watches on. He's pacing back and forth in front of the bench. Ushers on her toes, watching, picking up information. Exciting times these are, Usher. Webster for another 3 that doesn't go in. It's just picked up on the other side. Usher, this is a phenomenal battle between these two great African teams.
It is end-to-end action, and this is exactly what we expected. The best of the BAL, and the fans can attest to that.
There he is, Justin Gonçalves, two-time MVP for the Angolan Giants back in 2019, 2022. Just putting it up into the air.
Great bit of individual play from that man, Lukeni.
Hollis picks up his 3rd foul on Omot.
And just to look at the battle, just to get into the space there, Hollis and Omot battling for area, space, a little bit of physicality. And you can see the frustration, but the foul was called.
There's a lot of little individual battles taking place in the bigger picture here. Omot goes up for a big long-range shot. It's sensational from Omot.
5 threes now for Nuni Omot as they continue to rein it in from the perimeter.
Gonçalves down into the corner. Picked up by Diabate, who's come on. Nicely done, gets rid of his man. It all opens up for the Ivorian. He sees it, he goes for it, and he scores.
Once he got the blow by, no help defense comes into the paint. And that little fake pass polarized the defense. He gets the 2 the easy way.
Well, Omot just backing up into Majok, but the foul has been committed.
Been a very tightly contested 4th quarter. You saw it there, 13 to the 10 points and 8 rebounds, as where the dominance has come from Ahly, but there is a timeout called on the floor.
It is a fifth personal foul there for Damian Hollis, and he's out of the game, and in comes Gaku.
Gaku's influence, well, we need to see what that's like. 84-79. Ahly 79 and Petro Luanda 84. We got 4:17 left in this final quarter. It's kind of like a final before a final. It's got that feel about it. It's got that feel where you just get the impression that these two giants are just bringing their A game to this encounter because they know that they have credentials that could take them, you know, all the way. Possibly. Who knows?
Well, it's been surreal, and it's been a showcase from the perimeter. Corey Webster, 17 points and 6 of 9 shooting, 5 of 8 from the three-point line, just breaking down the offense. He's been a factor off the bench for sure for this Ahly team, but two other players on the floor combining for that three-point. You see that the stats tell you 67% from the field, 62% from the three-point line. Omot has 5 three-pointers of his own. Juice Thompson has 4, and we've just seen a wonderful offensive showcase from both of these teams.
Coach, there's Omot going to the free throw line. Usher needs to come over to you. I can see that Coach Neto's just trying to assess the situation and then understand the call for the reason behind this with the foul on Hollis.
Yeah, looking at the foul on Hollis, of course, this is a team that has a very deep bench, and on the court right now is Pedro. He's one of the starters of Petro de Luanda. He'll be finishing out the game, but also Petro de Luanda are concerned about the shooting of Webster and Omot from the best line. They want to see how to play defense and make sure that they stop him. So they have to talk a lot and make sure that they execute those instructions from Coach Neto.
Do you know who else likes to talk a lot? His name is Q. And when he gets going, it's full steam ahead. He just doesn't stop, you know what I mean? Come on, Q.
I'm leaving this one alone.
Oh, the pass. Diabate unable to get it, but I think Webster fouls. Great pass, great vision there from Jean and Pedro.
From small margins, great find. And contact was ruled on that, just to bring a little break in play and allow Diabate just a chance to settle things down from the charity strike.
Now, something we didn't talk about is that Hollis is fouled out, 5.
It's an interesting moment in the game, and Asher alluded to the depth that Petro have on the bench, but it's also Hollis's ability to score and find pockets inside the defense that they really like. So now they have got to utilize their already well-known center, and Pedro. We might see Majok at different stages in this one, and it'll be the choice for Jose Neto in terms of his rotations.
And the interesting thing is we haven't seen Giofate Bouiamba play a single second, who's been pretty good coming into Game 5 for Petro Luanda.
Well, it's all about matchups, and you're absolutely right, Robbie.
Here's Nasser down to Omot. Omot down in the corner, 3:50 left, and it's a 5-point game. There's a beautiful pass. If it stayed in bounds, it goes out. They give the ball back to Ahly.
Trying to thread it on the baseline to Petro. Under pressure, and it's Petro basketball.
Yeah, it's Petro get possession back in their hands, and they will go again. They'll be happy with that scenario.
Talking about Petro getting possession back, kudos to Gaku, who played great defense there on Omot. Damian Hollis was doing that earlier in the last 3 quarters, but Gaku picks up that role right now.
Yeah, and he needs to step it up a little bit. There's a long range, surely not. He does it, but it doesn't fall. Marvelous Moraes.
It's going off the boil a little bit at this stage.
Webster, Webster, Webster! Wonderful Webster.
6 threes, 20 points. Corey Webster. 16 threes for both teams, combined 32 threes. That's unreal shooting.
It's surely a record. Pass comes back out to Gaku, Gaku. Oh, it's a long-range shot there. Thompson out, takes the ball up. A chance, it's a 2-point game. This is to tie things with 2:30 left to play. Can't imagine the intensity here. Into the middle, He's unchallenged. Ismail dunks it down. We're all square.
Again, wow, wow, wow. What a big moment. And dunking the ball, beautiful pass from Thompson. And that is an emphasis jam inside the paint. Ismail, 17 big points. And more importantly, ties this one up at 86 apiece.
Such a scintillating encounter. We talked about the seismic activity. I think that, you know, we have not been left disappointed in any single department. This has just been high caliber African basketball, and anybody who's watching around the world will just understand, you know, what it means to watch Angolan giants, Petro and Luanda, take on giants from Egypt, Ahly. The two nations already are very much, you know, top quality African basketball nations in the history of Afro basketball, but also at club level.
Surreal. What a showcase. What a statement. What a testament to African basketball. We are seeing two of the highest caliber clubs do battle in the best way possible. Unreal.
Arsha, we're coming over to you because I know that you've got some stuff for us. I don't know what you've got, but you've got something, surely.
And I'll tell you what, the instructions are very clear from Coach Julbe. They have to make sure that Carlos Moraes does not get his hands on the ball. He's destroyed them so far, 32 points on the board. But they need to stop him from shooting those easy threes while continuing to give the ball to Webster. He's been amazing behind the arc.
Easy threes. I love it. Diabate puts it up. It's a little bit too high for Johnny Pedro. The idea for that alley-oop scenario was ideal. So close. Just a little bit too high. Not even Johnny Pedro could get that.
Unreal. Big-time moments. And this is the time when heroes are made.
Big moments here.
But Diabate, trailing late, comes out to Corey Webster. And the foul is called on the three-point shot. A chance to extend the lead for Ahly. Take it up to three.
For the first time in a very long time. Now, talking about the three-point field goals made in one game. 20 by Reg against Beira in 94-89. That was last season, season 2. And then 20 by Petro over the Patriots in season 1. We've broken a record tonight.
Well, we certainly have. It definitely combined. We have not seen this before.
Combined. But it's still Will, amazing periscopic Perry, who's actually got himself the record for the time being.
Yeah, he's still got it.
9.
9
3-pointers. Here we go. Carlos Moraes in possession. And they've got a 2-point lead. This is a dress rehearsal. Potentially, who knows? So much basketball to be played. All of the finals in Kigali. Shot clock going down to 4. He goes up for the layup. Mixing his game up. Marvelous. Moraes goes again.
Great one-on-one breakdown from Moraes. He likes the matchup, goes to a favored left hand, and that is an educated, big-time finish from Carlos Moraes.
Good communication between Diabate and Johnny Pedro, saying, oh, we nearly had it in that last play before. Yeah, it wasn't too far off. I'm not that tall, I think he said. Here we go. Webster, Omot, he's got Thompson outside of him. Omot gets the ball back, goes for a long-range three. The three made safe by Gaku because it doesn't go in.
Willing it in, it just comes off the front eye, and again, well controlled on the defensive glass.
Diabate. Dancing in the paint, goes up, and can't get the score. And it's made safe. It's Juice Thompson picks the ball up. Webster to Omot. Omot goes out wide, picked up by Amin. Amin, where's he gonna go? Shot clock down to 12, calms things down. Oh, we're all level at 88, so there's no calm here. There's a storm brewing big time. Is it gonna be? Oh, Johnny Petro gets his tentacles in the way.
Again, beautiful defense. They stayed in the play, and that's a good take from Petro.
Johnny Petro Does he get fouled? He gets fouled straight to the free throw line. Tries to maneuver himself between the thicket. Complicated times for Ahly as he goes to the free throw line.
Oh, he gets the steal on one end and then gets the ball in hand on the other. Johnny Petro gets into his two-step stride and draws the foul. Now he's got to make the free throws under pressure. Stress stepping, getting by. The contact comes on the leg from Omot. And fans in the house can't look. There's just too much tension on the floor.
Johnny Petro, 45.8 left in the fourth quarter. This is going to the Y. Tundao, Kaku, Petro, Moraes, Diabate, the players on. Stays super ice cool in a very hot environment.
Gotta have nerves of steel.
Second shot from the free throw line for Johnny Petro. The deafening sound of the Cairo public. He doesn't make it, but he gets the ball back. Gaku in possession. And they might get possession back. I think that Gaku knocks it off the chest of one of the Ahly players. Smart play.
Huge moment for Petro de Luanda. That rebound by Gaku is almost immeasurable in terms of the scale and value that it can give the Angolan champions. There's a timeout call on the floor. They're going to keep trying to execute on this. It's in their interest. There's 14 seconds on the shot clock to go deep into the shot clock and see if they can get another score. Whether it's a 2 or 3, I'm not sure it will matter. And then try to play possession by possession basketball. See if they can get another stop on the defensive end. It's been intriguing to see these teams go at each other and try to figure out ways of stopping what has been really excellent offense. And everybody in the house had Jan Mahimi looking on and just taking in this crazy BAL action.
Sensational, sensational. Gaku gets the high fives when he returns to the bench, logically, for that brilliant rebound. These are the little moments that can turn the game around. Just making yourself able, getting yourself into the space, and then just regaining possession. Could have been a different scenario. And it's Coach Neto who calls to the timeout, and he will try and prepare an offensive play coming off this possession here so that they can actually try and build up that lead.
Well, it's been so amazing watching these teams go at it. 4 Petro players in double figures. Children Dow 13 points. Dominguez came off the bench with that red-hot shooting. 11 points for him. Diabate has 11. And on the other side, it's just been fascinating.
On the other side is Asha Kumagisha. Asha, what have you got?
Well, it is a big bucket there, that big rebound that Gaku picked up. And obviously also for Petro to decide to miss that second free throw to give them a chance on the possession. But now Coach Jose Neto has given instructions. They have to look for that easy basket, whether it's a 3 or a layup or from the perimeter, as long as they take the lead.
I know who should get it.
It sounds easy, right?
Fill in the dotted lines. 6-letter name. There we go. Here it is, picked up by Dundao. Shot clock's 14, of course. Dundao. It's Petro who can't score the layup, but he goes down, and this is another foul. Frustration, and I think that if that's aiming, then that's foul number 5 for him.
Well, Ishmael is
I think it's Ishmael, isn't it?
Guilty party. The ball is dropped off. Petro elevates, and right there, contact on the arm coming across to try and make the block. Again, 2 more pressure free throws for that man, Johnny Petro.
But this is experience, this is Q. You know, I think that everybody thought that it would go to Moraes, but just because he's hitting from outside. But look who you've got on court. You've got so many great players. There he is, third personal. Not that it really matters now. It's all about what happens here. Misses the first. Now, watch out for Gaku trying to get the rebound off the second.
He's had the opportunity to try and extend the lead, Johnny Petro, and it's been tough going for him. Gaku off, in comes Lukeni, and this is to try and match up with the guards on the Petro de Luanda side.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more speed, isn't he? That man, Gonsalves. Petro will want to get this. comes back off the ring. It's a one-point game. And Ahly have the play. There's a differential of about 11 seconds. Thompson down into the corner. Omot. Thompson. Ahly, they go for the inside. Outside it goes. Omot, will he get the shot in? There's a screen there by Ismail. Goes for the three-point shot. Oh, my word! 2 points it is, but 2 points takes them up to 90. There he is, just creeping around the outside. Inside of the arc. How about that?
Beautiful individual offense from Nuni Omot. Had the mismatch size over. Dundao fades away on the baseline, makes a big shot. Gives Ahly a 1-point lead.
And a timeout has been called. And Omot of South Sudan, well, could he be the hero out here today? That's your question. 15 seconds to go, and we go again, because we don't know where this is going. We've got no idea where this is going. Johnny Petro will be kicking himself for not scoring that 1 point.
Well, he had 2 trips to the free throw line, and they always say you don't even have to look at the percentages. Doesn't matter. It's your ability to make free throws under pressure. Petro will look back at that moment, but not with much regret. They still have the opportunity to pick up a win, still have the opportunity to close out this game. We are seeing 2 of the best clubs in Africa go at it in the Basketball Africa League, and you can't ask for anything better. It comes down to 1 possession.
It comes down to 1 possession. We are super excited about what's happening here. We know that this is going to be, well, an incredible run-in. We know that this is 15 seconds. That's going to be super exciting, Q.
There might even be an additional possession, depending on how it all unfolds, and you never really know, but they'll try and go as deep as possible in this one, take it down to the wire, and look for the shot that they want.
15 seconds. The Giants of Ahly have just sneaked ahead by 1 point. Petro Luanda trail by a point. This is a magnificent showcase for African basketball. We're loving every single second of it. 15 seconds to go. Here we go. What's going to happen here now? As the ball's taken up by Dundao, there's a bit of collateral taking place. It comes out. Dundao drives it in. Here he is. Carlos Moraes. Can he get the bucket? It doesn't. It comes off the metal. It's off the boards. It's off the boards. And has that gone in? But is it a buzzer beater? We will find out in a moment. Absolutely incredible. Gonsalves is the man. They celebrate, but we are not done yet.
Oh my. Moraes had the opportunity. There's the up and the in as it falls to the ground. Lukeni, does it count? The clock goes down, and so referees have got a big moment. It's
oh wow.
Oh my.
That is going to be, we have to check. They're going to go and review and see if it left his fingertips, you know, at the right time. We're going to have a look. They're going to look at the shot clock. They're going to look at the clock. That's all they're going to do. They're just going to look at the clock.
As if we needed any more drama in this one. It's going to come down to a matter of milliseconds. Basket counts.
They actually win. What about that? Petro Luanda get the points that they need. They made it 5 from 5. An extraordinary scenario here. They run back into the changing rooms, beating Ahly at the wire. We are absolutely drained from what has been an extraordinary showdown between 2 wonderful giants of African basketball.
Absolutely surreal moments here at the Dr. Hassan Mustafa Arena Sports Hall. Been treated to one of the best showcases, one of the best competitions we've ever seen between 2 clubs in conference play. Comes down to a single possession, comes down to an offensive rebound. And man, what a fantastic game.
Absolutely stunning. Stunning, Jose Neto. You can't ask for more than that. If you're a neutral, what a game. If you're not a neutral, well then it's just the way that it goes. Extraordinary scenes, and we'll get a reaction from Carlos Moraes. 34 points. Not just a one-man show, a team show. Let's get his reaction.
much more action and entertainment ahead. The great organization by Rwanda to seats for more basketball action.
Carlos, that was a crazy end to the game. What made it key for you, and what does it mean for the people of Angola?
Man, that was a hell of a game. I gotta congratulate Ahly for the way they played, and my teammates, the way we battled the whole night, the whole game long. It was a totally team effort. I think if we want to win it all, we're gonna win against teams like this. And tonight was a great game for us. We're happy we won. Man, hell of a game.
You showed a lot of character today as a team. How important was it for you to come into this game very focused until you got the win?
It was very important for us being focused the whole game long because we knew that Ahly playing at home, they much better. Like when they play at home, they're a great team and they better when they play at home. We knew that. We wanted to get this win as a team, and we did just that.
You go top of the Nile Conference, going to the playoffs in Kigali as the team that is unbeaten so far in Season 3. What does that mean for your title challenge?
Man, we're ready. We're ready for what's coming. Like I said before, this season we are much more aware of what's happening. We are much more aware of the situation. One game at a time. Today was a big one. On to the next one. We're ready.
The fans came out in big numbers to support Petro de Luanda. How key was that for you?
Man, the atmosphere was just great for both teams. Ahly fans came out today. Our fans came out today. It was great for both teams. It was great for basketball. I'm very happy that both teams were able to, just play a very good game, very tough game, and we won the game. So, pressure all the way.
And lastly, what message do you have for the Petro de Luanda fans back home?
Hey, we're here. We're here. I want to thank everybody for the support, for the people that came out tonight, and for the people that's still in Angola. Thank you, and we're on to the next one. We're ready for this. We're ready.
All right, thank you so much, Barabesh.
Yeah, so what an incredible performance, but a standout performance. He was at 67%, just as you know, from the three-point, in the three-point category. But just let's have a look at some of these stats. That's incredible. 16-27, 16-34. Wow.
Fantastic shooting. We were given an offensive showcase, 55% from the field for those 91 points, combined for 181 points, both of these teams. 42 assists they were, and more importantly, the stats don't tell us is that was just an amazing showcase of African basketball. We got to see competition at the highest level. Carlos Moraes led the way with 34 points, 11 of 18, 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Tundao, Domingos, Diabate, all chipping in with their double-digit scoring. On the other side, the scoring was just as amazing. Omar Webster, Ishmael, and Michael Thompson, 4 guys in double digits, 25 on 8 of 18, 22 on 7 of 10. And Ishmael inside deserves a big shout out. He did a lot of work, 7 rebounds, and he really tried to control the paint. Webster, alongside that 22 points, 8 assists, and sublime performance off the bench.
When I see that the lead changes 12 times during a game, I know that we've actually had a real game of basketball. Tonight was the night. Let's have a look at this. Okay, first we got our first chance to see that the ABC Fighters of the Côte d'Ivoire will take on Petro de Luanda, and that is what we know so far. After that, we'll understand exactly who plays who, because Ahly have got to play again against Slack on Saturday. And then we've got another match tonight. We've got loads more basketball to be played. We don't have the Cape Town Tigers are going to go through. We just don't know, do we?
Well, the City Oilers are going to be in action a little bit later against Beira. That will help us understand what the standings will look like. Right. But it's going to be fascinating.
It's going to be fascinating. We're going to wrap this. Thank you, Usher. Q, thank you. We'll see you a bit later on. So much basketball in play. Oh, my. I think I need to take a breather. We'll see you later.